Hi, everybody. I've been thinking about funny things that have happened over the Christmases, especially when I was a kid. And we used to go to my grandma's, and they were the best Christmases ever, right? But she was married to this old, grumpy, horrible guy. He was a step granddad, and he ended up suffering loads of strokes. Couldn't have happened to a nicer person. But anyway, I digress. But he was left with a hand that got all shaky like this. And so it was all right when he was sat down, but when he stood up, he was doing this. So we also used to say that he was playing his banjo, and he'd be doing this, and we'd be going ding, 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 ding. He would do stuff like that, right, as kids. And then he'd get up and he'd be walking along, and then all of a sudden he'd freeze, right? So as kids, we're all going, I want to kick him. No, I want to kick him. No, I want to kick him, because you had to kick him to get him going again, and he'd speed up and then he'd go back to normal. So that was hilarious. And then we used to go to this auntie's, right? And she'd be sat there. She had all these ailments, and she had an oxygen tank at the side of her, with the wire thing, with the things up the nose, right? So she'd be on her oxygen, and she was also ill, and all this, that, and the other. And then all of a sudden, you'd see her lift the thing out of her nose, take a drag of her fag, move the fag, and put the oxygen back up. And I'm thinking now, oh my God, she could have taken us all out and the whole block in one fell swoop. But as kids, obviously, you don't even think about it. But how dangerous is that? Drag of a fag, put it back up. Oh my God. And then there was also this lovely man in our lives, and he used to like to have a few bevies. And when he did, right, he would get all the Queen records out. This is why I love Freddie Mercury, because it takes me back to those times, and we'd all dance and sing and all that lot. But he'd get that tanked up that he'd end up falling asleep on the floor. So we used to shake his leg, and any money that came out of his pockets, we'd collect it and then go to the ice cream van that used to come around and buy ice creams. He never knew anything about it. So I hope he doesn't see this video, because then he will do. But isn't it beautiful, the memories that you remember over Christmases, and like those childhood things that you don't think about that become something really special for you later on in life? So take this opportunity to generate some really wonderful memories with you and your loved ones at Christmas. Just silly little daft things, like with my grandma's having a tangerine and nuts in your Christmas stocking. Things like that. Nothing back then, but now it's very comforting. So with that, I love you and leave you. Bye.